3 weeks, I've been mainly working on uh, fetching the recurring events and making it more intuitive. And also, the first thing I would like to show is I've added the filter option. So here, why I have filter, the filter app option works as it filters out the members who recently joined the organization, and who are like past members or like that. So this has this month option, this year, and all. So also, second thing, previously the tooltip was not as intuitive and not looking elegant. So I've also made some changes out that, and also added the date thing so that the user can or the admin can get a better idea about what particular recurring event he has rendered, so that the recurring event issues of multiple events of same name can be resolved here. Uh, Other than that, let's go to attendance statistics. So attendance statistics, I have added fetch the recurring events here. So this is the August event. So let's go to the August event, and we will see the chart here about attendee count, male attendees, female attendees, and other attendees in same line chart, where we can get an idea. Like in the event of 1st August, there are four attendees attended the event, and there were two female attendees, and there were one male attendee, and there were and like this, the recurring events line chart or trends has been implemented. This remains the same. The gender and age is kind of same, and also implemented the export functionality. The PDF export functionality is currently in development, so I'll be working on it. But the export trends in uh, CSV and demographics, CSV is working now. I've implemented that. So if my screen is visible, then it will open. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, age demographic under 18, 40, and over 40 there are two.
Okay.
This is the yeah.
No, no, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Okay. Okay. So other thing which I have already downloaded, attendance trends. So this downloads the 10 fields which we are looking on the chart currently. So the 29 to 9. So these are all the dates, and this shows the data of the attendee count, male attendees, female attendees, other attendees for exporting when we are exported from CSV. Um, the other thing, after that, I worked on registration. So the main thing was, let's suppose if a registrant haven't registered for the event, but he showed up in the venue right there. So and we have a capacity to accommodate him. So we want option to do on-spot registrations. So what I have added, let's suppose if there is an person who is checking to the RSVPs, he doesn't found his name, there will be the option of ads on spot registrations. And what it does is it opens the modal, it fills up the basic details of the user. So let's suppose user register the details. Mm, G @example.com, and select gender and ads. So it added. I have to do a refresh for that, and after that the user will be there. These are all the users. Uh, there is a one issue in the API thing, that the new user which are displayed here, which is not fetched in the real time, but it fetches after 5 or 10 minutes or that. So I will work on upon that also. Work. Yeah. After this, yeah, that's it, I guess. Yeah, that's all I have worked upon.
So a couple of comments. Please go back to the screen. Please go back.
Yeah.
Yes. When you did the downloads of the PDFs and the Excel, etc., the title wasn't translated. So if you just bring up the most recent one in your downloads here. Yes, see, you have age underscore demograph at the top for the title.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so that needs to be done. Then another
Yep.
thing, if you can just close that, another thing that I noticed was that if you can, and I think Dominic mentioned this the last time, to try and not use the animations as much as possible. And one of the reasons for this is because we have so many packages that we that are used that the fewer packages that we can have, I think, would be the better. And then if people are doing different animations each time, I don't know whether the animations are package related, but if we can, let's try and eliminate this. There's the
Yeah, it comes pre-built, Peter,
Oh,
from
it does?
the library which
Okay.
I'm currently using.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you. Um, I think,
there is only one library. I just have to install it, and then the animation also works.
okay, yeah, but even so, I think we should try and eliminate it because, yes, in your particular case, it may be just one library, but then what happens after that is that everybody will put in their own animation library. They may not realize that the one that you're using is there. And then the reason why I'm sensitive to this is because every weekend I get emails asking me to upgrade packages from Dependabot,
Okay.
and so that just the fewer packages we have, the better. Uh, in general, something that the lines around um, these various charts, I think we can get if we can move away from that. One something
Okay.
that we may want to think of is that in between the two charts, just have a very let's have like a gray line in between, and then the borders can be moved. The trends and demography that you have, they're really titled. So if you can put them at the top instead of down on the x-axis, I think that would be better. Um,
Hmm.
I
Okay.
think that's all I can think of for now. But oh yes, I close this. There was one other thing that I noticed.
Yep.
Where you have filter, it says all, yes, here. And so you have this month, this year, but is that events this year? Is that people who are joined this year? It's not clear.
Yep. People who are joined this year. Yeah.
Okay. Think about this some more because think about why this may or may not be valid to an administrator. Is it really
Okay.
important that they know who's been? If we have this filter, what does it really do? And remember, we're an open source project, and so the we don't have customer support, and so if somebody's going to be asking the question, what does this month thing do? That's one more question to handle on a forum or Slack or something. So
No.
try
Yeah.
and see how we can make this a little more
Okay.
either tighter, more intuitive. Think about the ways in which that would work. So, for example, hold on. So we have this is the particular event, and then we have the register. You had where did you see the event statistics? That's where you had the charts coming up, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Yep.
okay. So what's the difference between event statistics and attendance statistics?
Yeah, so event statistics is a particular current event statistics which includes the feedback from the reviews which we have got. But the attendance statistics is totally focused on attendees on which the attendee which has attended the event, or the demography of the event, which like there's a male attendee, there's a female attendee. That kind of statistics will be included in attendance statistics, but the event statistics will include only the current event statistics, just like feedback or the response or that kind of thing will be included in event statistics. That's why I added the average feedback thing is
Oh, I
added.
see.
Cause in previous UI, there was in event statistics there were just feedbacks and the uh, reviews of the attendees who have attended the current event.
All right. So click on attendance, please.
Yep.
And so I'm wondering whether a better word would be historical statistics because it becomes more. It's more. It it works a little better in terms of the mind process, right? Because history automatically assumes that
Mhm.
you're going to be seeing charts. And even though attendance can be both present tense and past tense, like what's the current attendance, what's the past attendance, you don't really know. But if you say
Yeah.
historical, it's automatic, it has to be in the past. And so that would help with determining what the difference is between attendance statistics and event statistics. So that would be something else to consider. Please click on registrants. I had a question here too.
Register.
Registrants, the
Okay.
second
Yeah,
tab.
register.
Why is it here? that we have a show registrants button to click? Why don't we just show the
Uh,
registrants immediately?
Actually, this UI is not confirmed, but for my ease of assigning a registrant or assigning the attendees or adding the attendees, I have just imported the one particular component here. But I guess the UI of this is not yet finished or it's not there in the Lava Figma file. So I
Okay.
haven't looked upon it. But yeah, if there will be there will be a table kind of thing where the registrants list will be provided here. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Um, can you go back to attendance? Yes. All
Yep.
right. I'm working with somebody else, and I have been absent from the forums for the last week. I'm really trying to see how I can catch up.
Okay.
But we're going to be going through eventually and changing some of the UI looks and feels. Not maybe at the end of GSoC, or it could be during GSoC. But we're going to try and remove a lot of the green
Green.
from
Yeah.
from what we have here, and it's going to be a little more streamlined. So I just want to emphasize to people that this is probably going to come soon, and then we'll have something that is the way that this design is. It's a good design. It's much better than what we had before. But what happens now, for example, with the usage of color, we now have
Mm.
attendance in green. We have the filter, the sort, and then the table heading in green. And so
Yep.
therefore the relevance of green is diminished. So for example, if we had only attendance in green or is highlighted and then everything else in a more neutral color, then we'd have a better idea as to where we are on the screen, right?
Okay.
And so we're going to be working on some of that stuff, but that is not related to what you're doing. But I just want
Yeah.
to reiterate with what is going on. Okay, right.
Yeah, the new UIs that I will implement, I'll consider the using less screen and
Right.
using the
Right.
primary colors of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something else that I was thinking about is, say, for example,
Mm.
Carla, number one, Carla Nguyen, she doesn't come, the administrator wants to know whether Carla has been coming to events. How would we get historical statistics just for Carla?
I mean, if admin wants to know Carla is not coming for the coming events like the previous event, he can scroll through the list of the events she has
Oh, I
attended
see. Okay.
so that he can he will know that what is the previous event she has attended, and after that he can get the idea of the events. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I thought
Peter,
about this.
Yes, go ahead, Shanika.
additionally, we should have an attendance option to be developed in the user profile as well. So that should be later on. That's coming up on Shekhar's items
Okay, yeah, that'd
or list
be.
of features. Yeah. So the ideas actually list that option.
Thank you. Okay, this is good.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions from anybody else? Glenn, please go ahead.
Uh, Shekhar, can you share that modal with the line chart? Maybe for every time when we open, does it open to January? Maybe we
Yeah,
can just start it from the start date of the event, if it is possible.
no, actually, the events. Actually, I have currently opened the event of this. Uh, let me refresh it. I have opened this
The recurring
particular
event.
event. Yeah, the recurring event. So it has started from January 1st from recurring. That's why it's just showing all the charts here. But for any event like any small recurring event which has started from any particular date, it will start from that only.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe we can add some drop-down option to navigate through months.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can think of it.
Yes,
Hmm.
that'd be useful. Some sort of a calendar modal thing,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
or even watch it. Yeah, and coming to think of it, yes. Why is it that in this case, when you click on the attendance, we don't see the attendance for the current time frame or the current month? and we have to go all the way back to the beginning of the year. Because I would think,
Oh,
all right, I would think if I'm the administrator and I want to see the attendance statistics, if I click, I would want to see the attendance statistics for the most recent time frame, and then maybe go back in time to see what it was um, accordingly.
it, yeah. Okay, I'll just map it through like the current event. I okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
sure.
the way that you have it now, and what we don't want is for someone to click on the attendance statistics and not really take a look at the x-axis and say this is broken.
Hmm. Yep.
Because what we have now, it gives that impression, even though it works perfectly okay. So please think about adding that. As you can see, I'm looking at it mostly from the user perspective. I'm just trying to think of, if I'm an administrator, how would this work? And so in a lot of the work that you're doing in terms of your design, try and think about how is this relevant. I know that the features that you're talking about work great and it showcases your abilities, but at the same time, it has to be usable and intuitive from the end user perspective.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. This is good. Yeah. Try and clean up some of these elements that we're talking about. Put the titles, etc. Work with Shanika. This is
Sure.
this is really good.